Alright guys, I know it's early in the day, but we got stopped out of our trade, so we're just gonna do a trade recap right now since I don't have time later. So first things first, you can see we had some crude oil inventory reports at 10:30, which I wasn't really concerned about. And then later today at 2, we have FOMC meeting and the Fed funds rate. So probably was a horrible idea to trade today, but you live, you learn. Normally I wouldn't have traded uh, in an FOMC or a Fed statement. So I don't even know why I did, but anyways, I'll walk you through my thought process. Okay, so basically, I got on the charts, and the first thing I saw was we were filling this big imbalance that we got from the DeepSeek news, and then there was this 4-hour imbalance here, which I thought price would come into, fill, and then go higher. Now, we did, obviously price is doing that currently, but if we scale that to the hourly, I saw price come into this hourly fair value gap, and then I also thought this might have been a liquidity sweep. Now, no equilibrium levels were filled, but you can see price came into this 15-minute fair value gap as well. Now that I'm looking at it, I see where I went wrong. We didn't have any confirmation that it was going to move higher on the higher time frames. But yeah, so anyways, I was looking for price to come down. I thought it took this liquidity, tapped into this, and then was going to move higher, hence these candles right here. So we scale onto the 5-minute. So again, this small one is a 15-minute fair value gap, and this big one is the hourly and 4-hour. So here's the 5-minute, right? Now, we saw price early in the morning respect this bearish fair value gap, moves down, and then it leaves a new one. So I'm expecting price to fill this, and then at least come up and fill this, and then maybe move down again, which is why I set partials here and here. Now, obviously, that didn't happen, but I'll tell you why. I'll tell you guys why I entered what I did, and obviously it was absolutely horrible entry. Um, like I said, I shouldn't have traded today. So when I go on live next week, I'm not going to trade on extremely high impact news, such as CPI, Fed meetings, that stuff. But yeah, all right. So I saw price come down, and we saw it take this liquidity and fill this 15-minute imbalance as well as the hourly imbalance. So then price started chopping up, and we saw this 1-minute imbalance. I wanted price to come up and reverse this, which we did eventually see right here. But then it created a new imbalance, so price came down, filled this, moved up, and it looked like this was being respected on the 1-minute. But if we go back to the 5-minute, there's really no imbalance here, and this still hasn't been filled, and this still hasn't been filled. So the 1-minute obviously holds much less power than the 5-minute, 15-minute, and hourly. So I don't know why I went off specifically the 1-minute, right? But I guess I was hoping that this imbalance right here would be filled, which I still think it will be eventually, but I already got stopped out, so it doesn't really matter. But anyways, yeah, so price came up, and I was looking for a break of structure, and we saw this low, or sorry, we saw a higher low candle close here, so I entered off that, and I set take profits at this high, this middle of this imbalance, this high, and my final take profit hourly highs. And what happened? Price just completely dumped after I entered my position. I set my stop loss below these lows. Maybe it would be a liquidity sweep, but you can see it's really not. But yeah. So what did we learn today? Well, first of all, I'll go over my risk to reward. It was 2.4 risk to reward, and my stop loss was 65 points, which is usually I got half that. So obviously I don't know what I was doing today, but yeah, we entered off this, and price continued to dump. and it just kept going and dumping and dumping. You can see it came back up into this minute order block and kept dumping. Came into this minute fair value gap, went even more down. But yeah. Anyways, we lost today. We're down. Let's see what we lost. 655. Now, it's. I mean, we made about 800 the other day. Then we lost. Then we made about 300 yesterday. So we're down about. We're still positive, as you can see here. We started at 100K. But, yeah. So that's that. But anyways, what did we learn today? Well, one, don't trade with extremely high impact news, such as we know the Fed funds rate can affect the market a lot. FOMC meetings can affect the market a lot. CPI can affect the market a lot. All that stuff. And two, we just completely disregarded the higher time frame confluences. Like, look, we got nothing on the 5 minute besides this imbalance fill. And if we go even higher, we got even less on the 15 minute, right? Because there's no break of structure on the 15 minute. On the 5 minute, I guess you could call this a break of structure, but look what happened. And even if we go up to the hourly is still going down. So it's still in the process of filling this imbalance, this 4 hour imbalance, which I should have waited longer. I just wouldn't have found an entry. I just wouldn't have taken a trade. But yeah, good thing we did this before we turned this into a live, so we learned to not take trades on high impact news. And if market's just choppy, just don't trade. But yeah, I hope you guys found something informational from this video. I guess we'll see what market does tomorrow. Let's see what news we have. All right, I think I'm gonna trade tomorrow. We have unemployment claims. That's before market opens. But yeah, that's about it. So, yeah, I hope you guys found this informational. I'll be probably doing another video tomorrow, and next week I'm hoping to jump into a live account.